Hey guys, I'm going to read Junie B. Jones and A Little Monkey Business some more. I think we are on chapter 4, if I can find it. Chapter 4, Hoppy and Russell. My room at kindergarten is named Room 9. I have two bestest friends in that place, and one of them has the name of Lucille. Lucille sits right exactly next to me. She has a red chair and also little red fingernails, which are very glossy. My other bestest friend's name is Grace. Me and that Grace sit together on the school bus, except for not today we didn't, because today Grandpa Miller drove me. Then he walked to room 9 with me, and then he waved at my teacher. My teacher's name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I like Mrs., and that's all. When I first walked into my room, Lucille was looking for that Grace's brand new shoes, and their name was Pink High Tops. Hey Grace, those new shoes look very beautiful on you, I said. But that dumb Grace didn't even say thank you to me. Grace is angry at you today, said Lucille. She said that she rode the bus today and you weren't even there to save her a seat. And she had to sit next to an icky kid, right Grace? Grace bobbed her head up and down. Yeah, only I couldn't help it, Grace, I said. That's because I stayed at my Grandpa Miller's house last night. There's no bus at that place, and so he had to drive me here today. Then I tried to hold that Grace's hand, only she quickly pulled it away. That's not very nice of you, Grace, I said, and so guess what? Now I'm not even going to tell you my special secret. That's when Grace called me a poopy head. Lucille held my hand. I don't think you're a poopy head, Junie B, she said, and so you can tell me your special secret, and I won't tell nobody, not even Grace. And that's when that Grace kicked Lucille in the leg. So Lucille pushed her down, and Mrs. had to come pull them off of each other. I raised my hand very polite. I wasn't involved, I said to Mrs. So here's Lucille and that Grace fighting. I don't know which way to go. After that, we had to sit down and do some work. It was called printing our numbers, only I couldn't do mine that good because Lucille kept on talking to me, that's why. Come on, Junie B, she said in her whispering voice. Tell me your special secret. I won't tell, I promise. Yeah, only I can't, Lucille, I said, because no talking to your neighbor, remember? Then Mrs. snapped her fingers at me. See, Lucille, I told you, no talking to your neighbor. I hollered, and now I got snapped at. Just then a boy named Jim said, shush to me. Shush yourself, you big fat Jim, I said back. Junie B is not being very nice right now. After that, Mrs. stood next to me till I finished my work. Then I got all done, and she collected it. That made me happy inside, because guess what comes after work? Something fun, that's what. And its name is Show and Tell. Mrs. stood next to her desk. Who has something interesting to share with the class today, she said. Then my heart got very pumpy because I had the most special secret in the whole wide world. I raised my hand way high in the air. Ooh, ooh, I hollered real loud, me, 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 me. Mrs. shook her head at me because I'm not supposed to go ooh, ooh, me, me, me. She called on William. He is a crybaby boy in my class. I can beat him up, I think. William, said Mrs., since you raised your hand so politely, you may go first. And so then William carried a paper bag to the front of the room, and he took out a jar of 2 dead crickets. Except William didn't know they were dead. He just thought they were sleeping. Jump, Hoppy, jump, Russell, said William. Then he tapped the glass. Hey, wake up in there, he said. After that, William started shaking the jar all over the place, and he wouldn't stop. Wake up, I said, he shouted. Then Hoppy and Russell started falling all apart, and Mrs. had to take the jar away, and that's when William started to cry, and he had to go to the nurse's office to lie down. But then I raised my hand way high in the air again because guess what? My show and tell is way better than 2 dead crickets. Here's William with his crickets and Junie B raising her hand. Chapter 5, Monkey Business. Mrs. called my name. Junie B, would you like to go next, she asked. Then I jumped right up and I ran speedy fast to the front of the room. Guess what? I said very excited. Last night my mother had a baby and it's the boy kind. Mrs. clapped her hands. Junie B. Jones has a new little brother, everyone. Isn't that wonderful? Then all of room 9 clapped, too. Yeah, only you haven't even heard the best part, I said. Because guess what else? He's a monkey. That's what else. My new big brother is a real, alive baby monkey. Mrs. got a funny look on her face, and she squinted her eyes very tiny. And so maybe she didn't hear me. Or something, I think. I said, I've got a monkey brother, I shouted real loud. Then Meanie Jim jumped up right from his desk and hollered, liar, liar, pants on fire. No, they are not on fire, you big fat Jim, I said back. I do too have a monkey brother. You can ask my Grandma Miller if you don't believe me. Junie B thinks her brother really is a monkey. Mrs. raised her eyebrows way high on her head. Your grandmother told you that your brother is a monkey, she asked me. Yes, I said. She told me he has long fingers and long toes and lots of black fur all over himself. After that, Mrs. kept on looking at me, and then she said it was time for me to sit down. Yeah, only I'm not done telling the children about my monkey brother yet, I explained, because guess what else? His wallpaper has pictures of jungle friends on it, and his bed has bars on the side, but I'm going to teach him to not bite or kill people. Then this boy named Ricardo, who has cute freckles on his face, said, monkeys are cool to me. I know they're cool, Ricardo, I said, and guess what else? Maybe I can bring him to school on pet day. Then Ricardo smiled at me, and so he might be my boyfriend, I think. Do we have boyfriends in first grade? No, we don't. Except for there's a boy in room 8 who already loves me. Just then, Mrs. stood up and pointed at me. That's enough, Junie B, she said. I want you to sit down now. You and I will talk about this monkey business later. And so that made me giggle because monkey business is a funny word, I think. Then I waved goodbye to my new boyfriend, Ricardo, and I skipped back to my seat. So we're on chapter 6, which is called Bestest Friends, but I'm not going to read it right now. I just want to say I love you guys, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.